There is no way they did this.
There is no way. As Indonesia decided to sack Shin Tae-Yong, a dude who has been at the national team for 5 years, has guided them to the Asian Cup, got them to the round of 16, got them victories over Saudi Arabia in the Asian World Cup qualifiers, is sacked, and they are hiring Patrick Kluivert. We're going to discuss the madness that is Indonesian football right now. Is this the right thing to do? So Shin Tae-Yong is sacked. Is this the right thing to do? If you ask me, how stupid can you be? I'm genuinely being honest. How stupid can you be to sack a manager who has guided you to this position? Yes, you can talk about, oh, we've gotten the players who have joined our national team and they've elevated this national team. Fair enough, I agree. But Shin Tae-Yong still has to guide this team, mold them into a unit, and go up against Japan, go up against Australia, go up against Saudi Arabia, Bahrain to China, and still get victories, still get draws away to Saudi Arabia. I mean, get a draw away to Bahrain where they should have won that game. I mean, this is ludicrous. And I feel bad for Shin Tae-Yong. He should not deal with this. Look what his son said, by the way, people. Let's see how you guys will go further without him. He has given everything to put Indonesia up to this stage. I have a lot to say about how PSSI has treated my father for 5 years, but I will keep quiet. Shin Tae-Yong must be laughing his ass off, thinking to himself, you're going to sack me? And you're going to hire the manager that we're going to talk about soon? Maybe there's such delusion and such like euphoria of thinking to themselves, we're going to qualify for the World Cup for the first time ever. Indonesians should feel very happy about their national team. They're on the right track, but don't fast track. You're not in Disneyland where you can go buy the fast track pass and cut the line. No, Indonesia, you cannot do that right now. It is a long-term project. You guys are a footballing mad country. I get it, but your FA is just acting short-term success. That's what we want. No. You are building a very good project. Keep going with Shin Tae-Yong. If he doesn't get you to the World Cup, fine. Sack him after. You cannot do this with 4 games to go, people. 4 massive games for Indonesia where they're hosting Bahrain at home and China at home. Do you think those are 2 winnable games? 100%. Do you think Shin Tae-Yong can win those games? Yeah. And now you're going to talk about, and this is going to be the whole discussion, oh my God, he doesn't have the connection with the Dutch players. I mean, seriously. You could talk about the same thing with Morocco and Regagi, when they had all those players from Belgium to France to Spain and Morocco, and they just all molded together and got to the semifinals of the World Cup. Why can't Shin Tae-Yong do the same thing? Yeah, he doesn't have a connection with Indonesia or the Netherlands. He's been to a World Cup. He's guided a team to a World Cup. Why on earth? It just makes no sense whatsoever. I can understand if you don't qualify and after the World Cup qualifiers, fair enough. You want to go and you have higher aspirations, then you sack him. But you don't do this in the middle of a critical 4 games that are going on. Now, you sack the manager and you say, okay, the FA want to get a European coach and most notably a Dutch coach so he can feel the connection with the players and the players can understand him. Okay, there was names of Louis van Gaal. Fair enough. I mean, the dude has done everything in his lifetime as a manager. But the manager apparently, and according to Fabrizio Romano, is Patrick Kluivert. People, I think we just need to know what Patrick Kluivert has done as a manager, right? As a player, no doubt. Why do you think I'm wearing this kit, people? He was a sensational player at Ajax, to Milan, to Barcelona, even that stint at Newcastle, which was only 1 season. But let's look at his coaching history, right? He's been the Curaçao national team manager for 12 games, 6 wins, 3 draws, and 3 losses. Okay, he was interim manager for Curaçao because I think Dick Advocat had a COVID during that time. He was there for 6 games. Then he went to Turkey with Adnan Demirspor. 20 games, 9 wins, 6 draws, 5 losses. Do you think that's a manager who could really guide Indonesia to the World Cup? If the Indonesian FA and their aspirations is to qualify for the World Cup, go get a better man. Patrick Kluivert is not the answer. Okay, you only want to hire him so you can maybe get more Dutch players. Is that why we're doing this right now? I hope I'm wrong about this, and I hope Indonesians are okay with this, because if I was Indonesian, I would look at our FA and think to ourselves, you're doing this again. You're sacking a manager who's on the high, and you're going down a bad path. Why is it every time when there's some little bit of hope for the Indonesian national team, the FA is ruining this good project that they're building right now? They have a great Indonesia in the future could be a top team in Asia. Not right now. They don't have the quality to match Japan and Iran a South Korea. They cannot go toe to toe with those teams. Baby steps, baby steps. It's about building a project, It's not just, all right, we're going to get to the top immediately. No. It's baby steps. And with this hiring of Patrick Kluivert, does it signal, yeah, we're going to qualify for the World Cup now. We're really going to beat China and Bahrain at home. We're really going to go away to Japan and get a result. We're really going to go away to Australia and get a result. No, it doesn't. Patrick Kluivert is not a dude who's going to extremely elevate these players. When he's going to go toe-to-toe with some of these managers, good luck. Good luck. Does he have the right experience in international football? Managing Curaçao is one thing. You're going up against CONCACAF nations like Anguilla to British Virgin Islands and those nations. Cool. You're going up against Japan away. You're going up against Australia away. Two tough opponents. Yeah, Australia might not have the quality to what they used to have, but Australia is still a difficult team, and they're going to be very tactically prepared under Popovic. Is Patrick Kluivert going to be tactically prepared to go up against those teams? And the Indonesian FA will say, oh, we should have really gotten something against China away. All right, it's one game. It doesn't happen. What does Shin Tae-Yong do in his last game as a manager for Indonesia? Beat Saudi Arabia. That is the biggest victory for Indonesia. Decades people were talking about here. And they decide to sack him because he's not Dutch and he doesn't have a good connection maybe anymore with the players. I think it's just ludicrous. Do I think Indonesia will qualify for the World Cup? I've never had that thought in my mind. But I just think this hiring and this whole process just screams alarm bells. So is this realistically the right thing to do? Time will tell. But one thing is for sure, it is going to be fascinating to see how this all goes down in March. The next two games for Indonesia in March are Australia away and Bahrain at home. If they can get something away to Australia, cool enough. If they beat Bahrain and then China in June, Indonesia will qualify to the next round. Now, maybe they could get a direct spot because Group C is the group of chaoticness and group of crap, but Indonesia are in a good position. But now all of this, like, how did the players feel? How did the fans feel? They saw Shin Tae-Yong doing God's work, and now all his work is for nothing because the FA decided themselves they were getting all giddy. Basically, the FA, they went to the casino, they went to the roulette table, and they said, red or black? Red is a ticket to the World Cup. Black is no ticket to the World Cup. All right, the FA decided to put all their money and stockings and desire to qualify to the World Cup into the red slot. I mean, this is just... It's either going to really work out or it's basically two ways. There's no in-between. You're going to qualify for the World Cup and Patrick Kluivert and the FA are actually going to look really smart. The other way is disaster. Disaster. This could set back the national team for years. For years, people. I think he only signed a 2-year contract. So basically, this 2-year contract is saying, qualify to the World Cup, and that's it, Patrick. Good luck, FA. Good luck to Indonesia, because they're going to need it. This is not... You cannot do this in international football. See, Saudi Arabia could do it because they were a disaster and they had to sack the manager to get some response. Obviously, it didn't really work out. But Indonesia are 4 games away from this round ending. Now, could they possibly lose all 4 games and not even qualify to the next round? That would set this national team back for many years. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Is this the right thing to do? Is it the right thing to sack Shin Tae-Yong? And if it was the right thing to sack Shin Tae-Yong, is the right hiring Patrick Kluivert? Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and we will obviously be covering the Asian World Cup qualifiers when they return in March, and wow, we got a lot to discuss then. Remember to follow me on all the socials. You can find those links in the description down below, but have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Until next time, adios.